welcome to the Candid Athletic Training Podcast.
Hi, all.
It's August 9th already. When do you start school?
I've had to work all summer, so I don't get to laugh.
Look at you.
Welcome back, everybody.
Oh,
We're back after a short hiatus.
we did.
We took a week off. We had a
Quick little
family
break in the regular programmed
family issue and
family issue.
Family
Things
first.
happen, last minute, needed to handle some stuff, and we did.
we did what all athletic trainers do, and we adjust.
We did.
Do the best we can.
Hopefully everybody else could adjust nicely, and now they're ramped up for, another great show.
Episode 229.
What?
229.
That is a lot. What does that make you think of?
229. Absolutely nothing.
Me neither.
You're doing good?
I'm doing all right. I'm go.
Yeah.
T-minus about a month until I probably have another kid. So all of you parents of multiple kids, I'm going to join in your clan. See how that goes. It'll be all right.
The first one's still alive.
First one's still doing it.
So second one is like you're seasoned veteran now.
I know, right? I mean, Abe's practically running at this point. It's wild.
It's probably high jumping,
Pretty
long
soon.
jumping.
Oh, he's going to be very soon. I caught him in a plank the other day. I was
Really?
like, all right,
They got
look at you.
high plank, low plank.
Yeah, high plank.
High plank.
He has this tendency.
Make that sound dirty. Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. He has a tendency to scoot on over or walk over now to our dog bed, and then he just falls over. He just because it's soft, right? And then I've caught him he pushes himself up and he just holds himself there, and I'm like, all right, crawl, because he's never crawled,
Sure.
literally never crawled, and he just plops back down, and then turns over, starts scooting away. I'm like, all right, at least he can plank. It's a good plank too.
It's strong.
Strong boy.
Strong core.
And he's really long. Still don't know where he got that from. He's so tall.
Milkman.
Milkman.
That's what I always
Carl
joked.
Malone.
The milkman, Carl Malone.
Always delivers. What is he, the second highest scoring?
Third now.
Third? Ooh. Did LeBron pass him? Is that who passed him?
LeBron, Kareem, Carl Malone.
LeBron's the highest scoring?
Yeah.
Really?
That
didn't
happened.
know
That
that.
happened this year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
congratulations to you, LeBron.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the season. He's the all-time scoring champion.
Nisi, we're going to be surprised. We don't know if it's a girl or boy. We got surprised on the first one. It was really fun. I enjoyed being surprised, and so did my wife, so we decided to go that route again.
That's how the second one happened. Surprise.
Surprise! It was kind of a surprise. We're like, wow,
Yeah.
that happened quick.
My first one was a surprise.
Yeah.
Happens.
Happens to a lot of us. Pretty sure I was a surprise. I'll tell you that much.
Really?
Oh, I guarantee it. What do you got? How are you?
Good.
That's good.
Work is fine. Work's fine. Whatever.
fine.
Work's fine. Run of the mill. Everything's fine. Went to
Alright.
State Fair this weekend. That was great.
Nice.
I love our State Fair.
I think I'm going Sunday. Oh,
Are
I
you?
know I'm going Sunday. I might also go Friday.
Very cool.
This is the first year in a while that I haven't gone on day one and spent all day just engorging myself with.
Our State Fair, I hear, is one of the best. I've heard that.
I would be hard pressed to not think that it is up there.
It's nothing but fried foods and alcohol and music and
And it's kind of cool.
animals and
I think the animals are cool.
yeah,
Like you get up and close personal with some cows, some big fat pigs.
pigs, horses.
You can watch some shows. There's also like the classic, carnival rides. And
That's what they did. So we were there for we went there for Bennett's first wake window.
yeah.
So the fair opened at 10, and he had to be down for his nap at 2. So we left about 1:15ish.
Yeah.
So we were there for about 3 hours.
Okay.
We got, he'll be
It's a good time.
He'll be 3 in a month.
Yep.
We went and got him.
It's
He
already
wanted
3.
to go on the rides, so we got him a wristband. and I got a wristband, and I went on. We just spent an hour and a half just on the rides, just straight, like one after the next, after the next, after the next.
awesome.
He went on his first roller coaster, really
awesome.
tiny, like 2-year-old roller coaster, but it was like, Benny, you just did your first roller coaster. He was like, bumpy.
What'd you think? Bumpy.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it was really fun to watch him experience it and enjoy it, which was cool.
That's cool.
Like that's what parenting is about, is watching your
Right.
kid experience something, not
Right.
some of the other stuff. So, and then having a corn dog and every toy and
Corn
whatever.
dogs,
It was
Jackie.
just we went
Corn
to
dogs.
a gluten-free. I got a gluten-free corn dog and gluten-free
Wow.
cheese curd.
Yeah, the state fair has to either be
One of the worst
nights for you of all time.
Yeah. No, there was a
gluten free now.
There was a food truck that was all gluten free, and they had corn dogs, cheese curds, funnel cakes, and I was like, yeah, do it up. And I hate corn dogs, but we got Benedict corn dog because we didn't want to stop at 2 different places.
Of course.
So he ate his corn dog, and I had the leftovers. I was like, damn, I hate corn dogs, but this was really good.
Maybe a gluten free corn dog's where it's at.
Yeah,
It might be the thing.
The cheese curds.
We got viewership outside of our place right now.
So
pretty soon there's going to be a whole group of people watching us just talking to a microphone.
It's called the groupsie.
Voyeurship.
The candid groupies.
Candid voyeurism.
Yeah.
That could definitely be a website for something
she's still
else.
Watching,
yeah.
Pay extra for that.
Yep.
We have a fun show for tonight. We've
Okay.
got it'll probably be a pretty dirty FMK. It usually is. This one's especially just 2 words. Size matters.
Oh.
A fun top 5 that I think will kind of. We've been talking about the weather a lot in our top 5s recently, and this one's really no different. We have a very iconic fat, and then we are taking a Twitter suggestion. Follow us on Candid_ATC on Twitter. Sorry.
It's called X now, buddy.
X.
Is it just X?
Yeah.
It's tough.
Follow us on X.
It's tough.
And then
Elon's had a lot of good ideas.
ATC.
I don't know if that was a good one.
It's a brutal one. So
do they call them? Do they still call them tweets? I'm very curious
I think
about that.
so, but
I got kicked off, so I don't know.
Yeah. What's your stance on the giant cream puffs?
The giant ones? No, thank you.
The regular?
I can do about a half a cream puff.
We got Benedict cream puff, and he loved it. So he's had 2 now. He had one last year, had one this year. It's kind of the thing.
I can do about half of one. It's a little much.
I just lick the whipped cream because I can't have any of the shell.
Yeah.
My wife hates them. She's like, I don't get it. I think this is overrated. It's just kind of whatever.
I would definitely say it's overrated.
Yeah.
I don't hate them, but it is overrated.
But our state is pretty much known for it, so it's incredible to watch them mass produce them and how many go through. It is incredible.
It really is incredible. It's like, it's incredible.
Yeah.
And remember, was the only you can now get cream puffs at like other times.
Yeah.
And like, or restaurants and the like have like made.
Grocery store Pick and Save had them on sale, and I was like, oh, look at, they're cheaper here than they are at the fair.
I kind of miss the days where the only place you can get them was a state fair.
Yeah.
But I mean, good for them. Hopefully, they're making a bunch of money, and maybe that's why some of the fair has improved its quality. Some of it has.
Yeah.
I can't wait though. I'm looking forward to it. I love the state fair. It's a good time. Last year I saw what's his face? The comedian, Manitowoc Minute guy.
Yeah, Charlie.
And I saw him during the state fair. That was kind of fun. Oh, wow. Pooping.
Love popping the bite-sized cream puff in your
Sorry.
mouth, and it's just an explosion of cream in your mouth. Thank you, Nate, for that. So,
for our live people, for our listeners, that's what she said.
Yeah. So we have a very fun show. Where I was going. Our feature topic was from X, or Twitter as it used to be called. Somebody wanted us to make rehab exercises sound dirty. So we're going to do that.
We are. Do we have some submissions?
Yeah, there were a couple, but I came up with a couple.
Speaking of dirty.
Yeah, and hopefully the live streamers can help us out. Come with your thunder.
Come with the thunder, you live listeners. Give us some of these dirty, dirty exercises.
Yeah. Make a rehab exercise sound dirty.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got to write some down.
Yeah, you do that. Well, I thank Healthy Roster, the official sponsor of the Candid Athletic Training podcast. Check them out, www.healthyroster.com. You're back. Hopefully you're not buried under a mountain of physicals and paperwork. If you're using Healthy Roster, it would be much simpler. It's not too late to improve your situation. So you want to save time, you want to save money, mostly time. You want your athletic training documentation to be as easy as possible, then you need to go get yourself a Healthy Roster. So thanks to Smart Tools, 10% off anything Smart Tools plus.com using the code CANDID10. Thanks to Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus as well. Discounts on professional liability insurance for the Candid Athletic Training members. I had a member reach out, or a former member, who's like, hey, what's the price on this? I think I'm spending a little bit more with my current professional liability. It's up. And I said, how much are you spending? And he said, roughly $220 some odd dollars. Maybe it was $230. I said, well, if you're a full-time employee of somebody, you can get $179 through Athletic Trainer Insurance plus your Candid Athletic Training membership, as low as $25, which puts you at $204. So we just hopefully save somebody $20, and that's what we're trying to do. So thanks to all those sponsors. He's frantically coming up with dirty stuff. I love it.
Just things to remember.
Oh, okay.
I have some dirty stuff.
You got all the dirty secrets. So
lots of shafts.
Do you have anything else? Otherwise, we can start some shenanigans. Okay.
Yeah. What do you got?
What do you got? What you pick a segment. I like when you.
Let's go fat right away.
Let's do our fat. It's going to be one of the more iconic fats we've done. Probably second. Well, we'll compare this. This will be fun. So,
sure.
Early on in our podcasting careers, we decided to do the two most iconic cartoon characters. Mickey Mouse versus. It was Mickey versus. Was it Bugs Bunny?
Oh, maybe.
I think it was.
Yeah.
This might be just as iconic, if not more. I'm not quite sure. Maybe that one's. I'm not sure. But we're going to do Barbie versus Mr. Potato Head. Two of the most iconic toys of all time.
100%. Do
we know when they came out?
Changed the course of time. I know Barbie's been around for a long time.
All right, who's older? Let's just start there.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to guess. I'm actually going to guess Barbie is older. Because I think Barbie came out in like the 50s or something. I'm going to call Mr. Potato Head the 70s. What do you got?
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Hold your horns. Hold the horses. What do we got here?
Trying to find the information here. This is good podcasting.
Who did you look up?
I'm on Barbie right now.
Yeah, I'll look up Mr. Potato Head. There's just going to be silence on the podcast.
Barbie introduction. Barbie introduced in 1959. March 9th, 1959. Ooh. So that's 3959. Ooh. Mr. Potato Head was introduced when?
Mr. Potato Head was born on May 1st.
5/1.
1952.
Mr. Potato Head's older.
The original toy cost 98 cents. The kit contained hands, feet, ears, 2 mouths, 2 pair of eyes, 4 noses, 3 hats, eyeglasses, a pipe. They definitely probably don't have the pipe anymore. And 8 felt pieces resembling facial hair. All right. Barbie, Mr. Potato Head. Who do we want to debate first? You saw the movie.
I did see the movie. I saw it this weekend.
How'd it go?
Hated it.
Yeah?
And it just wasn't as good as I was expecting. I had heard so many people say how great the movie was that
Mm-hmm.
my expectations were at a point where I was like, this is going to be great. And I found it underwhelming. I'll just
Gotcha.
say that. I was underwhelmed. There were a few
Was it
parts that were
funny?
okay.
Well, like,
There was a
was it
couple parts.
supposed to be funny?
Um,
Like, what was the? I was very confused that all of a
it's a
sudden there's all this.
very powerful movie for women.
Okay, that makes sense.
In terms of the whole movie is basically about expectations and roles and identity
Mm-hmm.
and stereotypes and being able to go outside stereotypes and not being confined to being one particular thing. Don't be defined by what you do.
Gotcha.
Be defined by who you are.
And
So Barbie had so many
Yeah.
so getting into this, Barbie has so many variations. There's swimsuit Barbie, there's nurse Barbie, there's there's how many different professions of Barbie. There's one for
Lots of
each. Don't just be that thing. Just be Barbie. Be happy with who you are. That was kind of the point of the movie.
Gotcha. Do you think it was a little thrown in your face? Like they could have done it instead of like
because
pointing
it was kind of done in an okay way.
Okay.
And in fact, not to ruin the movie, but Ken was going through the same thing.
Sure.
So Barbie was going through her thing and Ken was going through his thing, and they were both like, oh, who am I supposed to be and what defines me?
Who am I?
And it's interesting, as athletic trainers, we get so defined by how many hours we work, how burnt out we are, how whatever.
How many Gatorade coolers we fill?
How many ankles we've taped. And I think this is where, in the last 3 or 4 years, the shift is happening. This is why the traditional setting is very thin ice right now. Is we cannot define ourselves by our role, our job, our hours.
Well, that's a good point.
I think
we also can't. One of the hardest things to do is describe what athletic training is. Right,
100% agree.
Like the definition of a physical therapist is it's transcended to your grandma understands what physical therapy is. Like 90% of people don't know what an athletic trainer is.
Swiss Army of medicine.
Right.
And it's, like you said, it's hard to put your finger on what we do because we do everything.
It's kind of like when you have to explain a joke, it's no longer funny.
100%.
Like when you have to explain exactly what you do, it becomes like, I don't know. I still don't know what you do then.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, in terms of the movie, it was underwhelming to me.
Sure.
I could appreciate what they were trying to get across, and I actually took it to heart, and I thought they did an okay job with it. It's really funny because I thought the movie moved very slowly. Yeah. And my wife goes, I thought that went way too fast. I wish they would have slowed down with it.
Huh.
And I was like, whoa, that's interesting because I felt the exact opposite.
Interesting.
There was a lot of back and forth.
Did it feel like a kid's movie?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think it was age appropriate for basically everyone.
Okay.
There were a few things that were probably over kids' heads. Like the funniest part,
I would assume,
it was the beach off.
The beach off. Nice.
I want to beat you off.
Oh.
I want to beat you off. Yeah.
I want to beach you off.
I could beat you off. That was a running joke for about a minute. It was really funny.
I like it.
It was very FMK appropriate. So anyways, Barbie, she's got some versatility. Mr. Potato Head also is built on versatility, both super strong characteristics of an athletic trainer. So versatility, I don't know which one's more versatile. I'm not sure.
They both seem adaptable to some situations.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say
Mr. Potato
Head, though.
Classics?
Tried and true classics.
Yeah, both. Sure. I mean, they're both. So, the apples to apples here.
Yeah.
Potatoes to potatoes.
Mr. Potato Head clearly is a fan of a kit or a fanny pack or carrying all of his belongings with him.
Yeah, he's definitely
You know?
going to have he's going to have a little kit or something with
Yeah.
him, all of his components.
I feel like
That's a pretty good point.
Barbie might need an outfit change mid game, depending on what she has to do.
Nate, we're doing Barbie versus Mr. Potato Head. And Stephanie Woodruff, thanks for joining us, said, I'd love to see an athletic trainer Barbie as long as they actually get the profession correct.
Okay,
So would that just be khaki Barbie?
I was
Khaki
gonna
Barbie?
say, what is
Cargo Barbie?
cargo shorts or cargo pants Barbie? Polo cargo pants Barbie?
What's Barbie having? I don't know. Okay, so Mr. Potato Head's gonna pack better.
Yep.
His kit's gonna be a little bit more organized, maybe. He's all about the supplies. Barbie, let's say, okay, Mr. Potato Head, tough on the extremities.
Tough.
Gonna be tough getting out to an injury.
Yes, he might waddle.
A little waddle.
What about Barbie's car?
I was gonna say Barbie has much better transportation.
Much better. What about Barbie has Barbie's knees don't bend. I don't think. Unless I remember.
I don't know for sure. I cannot
Confirm or deny.
There was a big point in the movie where Barbie was on her tiptoes, and then when she came to life, Pinocchio style, she was like, my heels are on the ground. My heels are on the ground.
Ah.
So we don't have to have high heel athletic trainer Barbie. We might be able to have flat foot Barbie.
So at some point in the movie, she's still a toy. Or fake.
So they go from the fake world to the real world and back and forth.
Gotcha.
So like, it's almost like a multiverse kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm getting you.
And in one verse, in the Barbie world, Barbie is the dominant species and Ken's the afterthought. And then they come to the real world. Ken is learning that in the real world, the men have ruled and the women have been left behind. And then he goes back to the Barbie world and he tries to take over like in the real world. And so then they're fighting and stuff like that. Plotting. That's the main part of the movie. The main
What
theme.
about like personality wise? Okay, so I feel like
does Mr. Potato Head have a personality first off?
Well, he has expressions.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So he's quick to change and put a new set of eyes on if he's surprised.
Turn that frown upside down, right. Mr. Potato Head.
Right. Barbie, I mean the doll, not a lot of expressions going on there. Like, how did they portray Barbie's personality in the movie?
Really well.
Like
Margot Robbie rocked it.
Yeah. Funny.
Yeah.
Quick-witted, maybe. I don't know.
There's some humor. There's parts where she comes across as funny, and there's parts where she comes across as dry.
I mean, the actual toy, right? We're talking about things that don't talk and don't really have personalities. But when we think about how they've been portrayed in movies, Mr. Potato Head has some.
Are you talking about Toy Story?
Yeah. Some sass, I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
Some grumpy sass, we'll call it.
Yeah, what you like.
He might be the older athletic trainer that has some
wittier. However, he doesn't seem as calm under pressure.
No, not at all.
Lacks composure.
In fact, every time he gets surprised by something or he falls or everything falls out of his compartment.
Yeah.
I think
in the movie, Barbie did a good job, and she actually did some good planning. She would be much better at the rehab.
I think Barbie might be a little more stoic.
Yeah. Composed. Yeah.
I think it's so. What about okay. So there's Ken and there's Mrs. Potato Head.
So Barbie works better as part of a team.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I feel like there's, with all the different Barbies out there, I think there's a little more team atmosphere. I would not think Mr. Potato Head works well with others.
So over the years, what's that?
Facial hair?
For who? Barbie?
Does Mr. Potato Head gain anything by having that facial hair?
No.
No?
I mean, it's a sweet stash.
It's a sweet stash.
But here's where I was going to go. So from origin to now, how much progress has been made, how much adaptability, how much change have so I would assume Barbie has transformed more since 1959 than Mr. Potato Head has adapted since 1952. Other than
That
they
would
probably
probably
took
be a
away the
fact.
cigar.
Yeah.
But have the
Or
parts changed?
The pipe. Apparently it was the pipe.
Yeah. Has he changed anything other than that? Is it the same?
No.
Same eye, same ears, same mouths?
Maybe a different hat.
So he's not doing his continuing education.
He's not.
He's not growing.
No. But how about this? Athlete walks in.
Yeah.
Athlete has, I don't know, an endless amount of questions, also late to treatment. And all you have to do, and our Colleen just mentioned this, just put on your angry eyes, and everybody knows how you're feeling. Does that benefit you as an athletic trainer? You don't even have to say any words.
Are you supposed to show your emotions or hide your emotions as an athletic trainer? What is the question that you're raising? And
That's
I
a good question.
Personally feel like in my career, when I was in the setting, and now even, you're supposed to maintain a professional demeanor.
Yeah, well, that would be correct.
I don't feel like you really can.
Pun intended.
Let it fly. However, we just had a huge Twitter debate. If you follow us, we were tagged in it. It sounds like a female athletic trainer had a shouting match or got screamed at by a football coach. And it raised a lot of conversation on, is that okay and how do you handle it? And then it became, there's a gender component to it, to some.
Sure.
So there was a lot of conversation on this. So in terms of if you're getting screamed at, should you be able to fire back?
Yeah.
Or show your emotion, or should you maintain the professional demeanor of a medical professional and then
we'll
address it later?
We'll discuss this later. I do think the athletic trainers pretty much always professionally need to be the bigger person in those situations.
Agree.
And then approach the individual that might be disrespectful at a later time.
I agree.
Hopefully that day, so that individual could be they have the chance then to apologize and say, hey, I should have been a better person.
Say hey, Willie Mays.
Say hey.
So Barbie, Mr. Potato Head, what do you got here?
I think it's just hard to vote for Mr. Potato Head. Even though I think
I'm strong Barbie here.
Even though I think he might be hilarious.
Yeah.
But I think I have to go Barbie. Barbie for the win.
I'll put up a Twitter.
Yeah, why not?
Sorry, an X poll.
An X poll. I just don't think it's going to catch on as much.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem X.
No.
I think he's obsessed with the letter X, too. I feel like X is in everything. Like there's a Tesla.
Give it to you.
There's a Tesla Model X. X, isn't it like X space, too? Isn't that the... Maybe not. I could be wrong. Either way. Elon, keep doing your thing.
Yeah, just keep making billions.
Just keep doing it.
I'm almost done with this. Barbie's
a winner.
I agree. Potato.
Live listeners, give us your feedback. What do you think? You think it's Barbie? Do you think it's Mr. Potato Head? Just do a little quick poll.
Okay. We got...
Remember we used to do polls on here, too? We used to do polls on here all the time.
Live stream?
Yeah, I would put it up on there. I don't know.
Here we go. Let's go to our FMK. Let's get dirty.
Oh.
Size matters here.
Hey.
We were talking goniometers in our last episode, weren't we?
Let's measure some stuff.
It was how often you used a goniometer, and then we're like, well, let's talk about the types.
What's the angle you need to get to?
Yeah. So now we want to marry, and kill three sizes of goniometer. There's a 6-inch goniometer, an 8-inch goniometer, a 12-inch goniometer. Those were the three most popular ones that I saw in my extensive research of Googling goniometers for sale. The three most common
For
were 6
sale.
inch, 8 inch, 12 inch. So I need you to F, marry, and kill the following sizes.
All right. Let's face it. Who needs 6 inches? Nobody needs 6 inches. Man,
On a goniometer?
is that really measuring anything appropriately? I mean,
You say you can't get it done with 6 inches?
oh, only in those small joints. I mean, if I'm measuring some finger dexterity, maybe, I don't know. But I'm thinking, your elbow. I don't know. I'm thinking your shoulder. I'm thinking that hip. 6 inches? I don't know if it's going to get the job done. What if that angle of that movement arm isn't quite lined up to the landmark that you need to direct it at?
So we're going to run
The
into a
spot.
fierce debate here. And okay, Nate asks, is this the total length or just the length of the straight end? I believe it's the straight end length.
Oh, really?
I think it's so like so there's the circle part in the middle.
Yeah.
And then I think it's the
6
part that
inches
comes
on each
off the
side.
circle.
Ooh.
So if you unfolded a 6 inch goniometer, it's probably more along the lines of 12 plus the circle.
You could fit it in your pocket pretty nicely, probably.
Got it. But
Maybe your back pocket.
so
Back door stuff.
you're saying
Maybe it's better for the back door. I mean, your back pocket.
starter kit, back pocket goniometer, back pocket Barbie
I mean, what's the point of a 6-inch goni?
for measuring stuff.
I mean, okay, so let's say wrist. All right. It's like, okay, well, which, are they even? I don't know. 8-inch seems to be getting to be the right course of action. 12-inch just seems excessive. Where are you going to fit that thing?
So here's the root of my thought process.
No berries.
So if you've got a large joint and a small joint,
Okay.
let's just say you're using the 6 inch to try and get hip, right? That's ineffective.
Yeah.
That's not enough
Lips don't lie.
goniometer to measure a hip
Nope.
range of motion.
It's not.
Conversely, let's say you're trying to do some finger flexion and you got a 12, all you have is a 12 inch.
Yep.
What's a worse situation for you? Having too much goniometer or not enough goniometer?
Okay. Do you want too little or too much? Ooh.
Try measuring this with a 12 inch.
Well, it begs the question of, do you need to measure it? Is it even worth the squeeze if you're not,
It's the juice worth the squeeze. What a great fucking movie. I got to watch that one again.
Let's face it, we're marrying the 8. We're marrying the 8. We marrying the 8? I think we're marrying the 8.
I think you have to marry the 8.
Might be.
It's the healthy middle ground.
Yeah.
Compromise for everyone.
Let's face it, it's going to be too much for some.
It actually might be the leader we
perfect
need.
for others.
The leader we need in this country, the 8 inch goniometer. The
Wow.
country's so divided politically. We just need an 8 inch goniometer to smooth everything over.
Smooth it out, people. Let's see here. So I'm going to F.
I mean, is there anybody on the live stream that would not marry the 8 inch here and go in a different direction? Let us know, or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, you never get another chance. 12 inches, man. 24 inches.
So now you got to either F the little one or the big one. What are you gonna do here? You know what I'm gonna do? I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill the big one.
Oh.
Obnoxious.
Oh.
Because yes, it's going to be appropriate for larger body parts. It's going to be kind of silly on the small stuff. If I'm using a small goniometer on a big body part, which is not what it's built for, I think that I personally, using these two little eyeballs, I know what my landmarks are supposed to be, and I feel like I can visualize where the line's supposed to be. So I think I can still get the job done with a 6 incher.
So you can aim right with a 6. All right.
It's also easier to store. It's easier to navigate and use.
Yeah. Hide.
I'm more used to a 6 inch. goniometer than a 12-inch goniometer. I'll just say that.
Pretty sure most of us are.
This is the best one we've done in a while.
I don't know. Yeah, like, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can F the 12.
Well, I mean, but honestly, if I'm trying to use a goniometer that's too small on a large birdie putt, I can still like kind of get the rough estimate of what's going. I guess this is the same thing if you're using a big goniometer on a small body part. It's just a little bit more cumbersome, a little bit more bulky. But
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
try getting a thing.
it's too much. It's just too much.
Too much for accuracy.
I mean, because you don't need to be accurate. I mean, you're just grossly getting everything. But then, therefore, you don't have to be as precise. But then, what's the frickin' point of measuring something if you're not going to be precise? Yeah, you got to F with a 6.
Kyle's marrying the 6 because he works in a hand clinic.
Oh, of course.
By hand, 6 is better.
Lots of finger measuring.
Kyle's saying 6 is better for the hand job.
Oh my God. I mean, legitimately, Kyle's like part of the topic. I mean, Kyle's got to have lots of like. I need you to like your fingers.
We're getting kicked off everything.
Jesus Christ. Lots of finger action in Kyle's world. Chad's gonna lose it later. He's gonna lose it.
It's fun.
I mean, I agree with you. I'm killing the 12, marrying that old steady 8. I will F with that 6. It gives me a chance to be nice and accurate. And you know what? I just like that.
Incredible.
I can fit it right in my pants pocket.
It's more portable. That's important in life.
Yeah. Nope.
Did you carry a goniometer in your kit?
My kit?
Yeah.
You're
You're going city to city.
Travel trunks.
Must have a goniometer, right? Must
travel
have?
trunks, yeah. Yeah.
For what?
Because we did measurements all the time.
Internal, external rotation after post throw?
Not every day, but like
couldn't wait till after the road trip.
We did it 3 times.
3 times a week?
No, like 3 times a season. We did it.
So it couldn't wait till you got back for the next homestand?
No, because we would do it on a certain, like.
Had to be on February 14th. That's not in the baseball season, but had to be in July 14th.
You remember who I worked with, right? I mean, that guy was organized. Got everybody done. I mean, it was a matter of
every 27th and a half day. We
needed, like, let's say somebody did come in with something's going on. We would measure and compare to previous measurement. Measurement.
Here's a little secret. It's 2000 and whatever.
Yeah, I use my phone all the time. I mean,
you don't have a goniometer on the road. I'm sure somebody in that stadium does. Hey, can we use your goniometer? Yeah.
No, I definitely we used our phones for a lot of stuff. But no, we always had gonies because we would do shoulder elbow measurements consistently.
All right. I got it. All right.
But that was in the travel trunks, and let's face it, I was packing up an entire athletic training room to bring with us. If it was just one, if I just had my one kit for a road trip, hell no.
Yeah.
Was I bringing a goniometer? Now, it's not like they take up that much space if you have a nice, like, flat pocket somewhere, but whatever. Hell
no. All right. Top 5.
Let's go.
Kevin.
No.
We asked 100 athletic trainers in the last year, how many days have you worn shorts to work?
Okay, then.
Or worked in shorts. I guess not like you had shorts on, got to work, and then you changed. Like you were working in shorts. In the last calendar year. How many days?
I want to know your answer first. Worked in shorts.
0 in the last calendar year. 0. In the traditional, when I was in the traditional setting, I would guess The number would be around 90-ish.
I bet. Yeah, I could see that.
All of August, all of September, half of October
Mm-hmm.
puts me at 75. You know what? I take that back. I bet you it was closer. I bet you when I was even on like indoors,
Yeah.
I would switch into shorts because I was doing some sort of activity with the team.
Yeah.
So I bet you I would put on shorts basically every day. I'd switch into shorts. So I'll maybe bump that up to 150, 175 would be my answer in the traditional setting.
In my traditional setting, it was, other than game time, every day. Because I wore shorts like all day until I had to wear pants when I went on the field.
Sure.
So, that being said, my answers, 365 every single day.
Nobody gets a day off around here.
Nobody.
0 days off.
One time I wore shorts. I'm going to go, that's my answer.
My coworker said that.
Number 3, 0. Because I think there's plenty of people out there that just can't wear shorts during their job. And then I tried to split it in half, 182. And then last but not least, 3 times I've worn shorts in the last year.
3?
Because I bet that's me. I bet I've worn shorts 3 times. Like for work.
Okay.
And it was probably more in here, like more the kind of rehab fitness side of my job.
Sure.
But most of the time I'm at not only the clinic but over here, and so I generally wear pants.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with wearing shorts. It is. What do you think? Do you think you should be able to wear shorts at your clinic?
I do.
Yeah. One of my therapists wears shorts predominantly throughout the year. Like he's your classic November, December, it's cold outside, but he's still wearing shorts.
You're indoors.
He's indoors.
Yeah.
He gets hot. Doesn't like to get hot. And at first I was like, well, it's kind of like unprofessional. But then as I was thinking about it, I'm like, no, it's not. It's not at all.
Yeah.
What's unprofessional about wearing shorts?
I
wear a t-shirt.
Not to bring gender into this.
Girls' shorts suck.
Well, no, but like if girls can wear a dress,
yeah, why not?
Why does it have to be down to the ankle?
Why?
Like the attire, I'm saying, not whatever.
Yeah. Or
like one of our providers today, female doctor.
Yeah.
She had a skirt on.
Yeah.
She didn't look unprofessional at all.
No. Guy's legs, hairy, weird looking.
I don't know. Yeah. It's 2023. I think we've got to really wake up in terms of.
Do you wear tennis shoes at work?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and that's like another one. Like, if you're.
When I first started my first 2 months, I like tried to dress.
Yeah.
Like more dress shoes, collared shirts all the time. And then I'm like, nah. And now they give us scrubs. So now I'm wearing scrubs with tennis shoes.
Oh, sure.
Because that's fine.
Yeah.
Scrubs are great. I think scrubs should be the new athletic training.
It's not
should replace
It's really not a bad idea.
Should replace the khaki and polo look. I think scrubs with.
Do you think more people would understand, like on a sideline, somebody in scrubs would be like, oh, that's a medical professional?
I don't think it would be a far jump.
Yeah. Interesting. When I first worked in my clinic, I went that like business casual look a lot, like a button down with like, the pants I have on right now are like, this khakis that are really comfortable, your Lululemons, your whatever brand you like. And with like kind of this, I don't know, what are they called? Like, comfortable, like leisure
wear, like athleisure, yeah.
Yeah, like, but also like my shoes, I would wear like nice looking, like, oh, you could wear that to a work event, but also you're comfortable kind of shoes. Now, for the most part, I wear a t-shirt but I just try to make it, well, actually, no, I wear a t-shirt every single day. I try to wear brand stuff just because I like that, and it's just kind of self-promoting. And I like most of our t-shirts that we have. But I still wear pants, but all my pants are now like comfortable and I can move in them. I don't get too hot. And they wear tennis shoes because hell, fuck, I want to be comfortable. But, yeah, what do we got in the top 5? Give me the answers.
Yeah. So, kind of all over. A good one. 4 athletic trainers said 100 days out of the year. 5 athletic trainers said 150. So we've had 100. So 9 between the. All right. So we had 4 that said 100, 5 that said 150. 5 people also said 120. So that was a tie for third place. In second place, 9 people said 0.
Yeah.
And then in first place, 12 people said 200.
200.
So then what I did is I kind of added up below 100, above 200, and then between 100 and 200. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I broke it kind of into thirds.
Yep.
Even though from 200 to 365 is a little bit more, but there's days off for some people.
Some.
0 to 99, 42 people.
Okay.
100 to 199 was 21 people. And then 200 or more, 28 people.
Yeah.
So 50%, so 42 said below 100,
Yeah.
and then basically 49 people said more than 100. So it was almost 50% of the people said less than 100.
Yeah. I wonder, is it weather dependent or is it
yeah,
just kinda,
I'm guessing that's what it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing what it is.
and
So-
how many of these shorts were khaki cargo shorts? Huh? I want to know, people.
Yeah, I just put a thing up, a poll up on social media. I'll just say it that way. We've got 4 votes in the first 2 minutes here. Would you be, if you work in the traditional setting, would you be in favor of wearing scrubs to work?
I'm guessing everything.
75%. 3 out of the 4 said yes. 1
I thought
said
it would
no.
be 100. Wow.
Oh.
Wait, 3 out of the 4 said no?
3 out of the 4
Would not be opposed.
are in favor of wearing scrubs.
Okay,
Want to
all right.
wear scrubs.
Gotcha.
Mike Hopper said, I do sometimes wear scrub joggers, but I don't think I'd wear a scrub top. Interesting.
Yeah.
Rachel Young said, I love wearing scrub pant joggers for indoor sports.
Yeah.
I actually love my scrub top because it's got a place for my pen. Like it's got a pocket,
Yeah.
but then like another side pocket for this. So it's awesome.
Huh.
I actually like my scrub top more than I like my scrub bottoms because my cell phone falls out of my scrub bottoms because they're so, like, the pockets are so big.
Yeah.
My cell phone falls out all the time
Yeah.
of my pants.
See,
Did you know them?
no.
Oh,
There were people outside waving at us. The only time I consistently have worn scrubs in my life, massage therapy school. That was like our uni, and so I was wearing them a decent amount and pretty popular in that realm. Comfortable, like I was always comfortable, but you know when you have like your favorite pair of sweatpants.
yep.
That are so comfortable, and you just, oh, God, just can't wait to get home and throw my sweatpants on. But then you're like, oh, you know what? I need to go to the store. So you throw your keys in your pocket, and you throw your phone in your other pocket, and you're like, God, like, and your phone flips around because the pocket's, like, loose, and your sweatpants are kind of loose and baggy, whatever. Any pair of scrubs I had either didn't have pockets, and I'm sure a lot of them have pockets now, but carrying things as an athletic trainer with scrub pants, I feel like would maybe be difficult.
Maybe.
Or a lot of scrubs, and again, I don't know the new scrub game, but they're like the tie, like the string tie, and
I got the ones that are like button and zipper.
Button,
They're great. Like the Grey's Anatomy line.
oh, that's right, you said
Really,
that.
really good.
I'm sure there's pretty great scrubs out there nowadays that they'd figure it out. I'm sure Lulu's working on a pair. Interesting. But yeah, okay.
Need them as
What's
a
what we got?
sponsor.
We should get them as a sponsor. Anybody know anybody at Lululemon? They should sponsor the Candid Athletic Training podcast.
Discounts for all ATs.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's what we're going for.
You know, it's crazy.
That's the kind of partner we need.
Lulu. So back in the day, so if anybody doesn't know this and you love Lululemon, they have like programs that like if you work in a certain industry, you're a yoga instructor, you're a fitness instructor, you are even like I think they recognize like let's say even like massage therapists, you get I think 20% off. It's like a decent discount. It's not 5%. And so back when I was in professional sports, I went to a Lulu store and I said, I wanted to buy some stuff. And they're like, oh, like, do you work in any kind of, field? And I said, well, I'm an athletic trainer for the Milwaukee Brewers. And they're like, oh, well, you qualify for our discount. I'm like, cool. And then like about a year ago, I went to a Lulu store again and I said, hey, like, so I should get like a little discount. I'm in your, I forget what they call it. It's not the ambassador stuff. It's something else. And they're like, oh, we just like revamped our program. Like all you have to do is reapply. And I reapplied and athletic training wasn't in it. I said,
that's the biggest problem.
I was like, hey, so I'm an athletic trainer. Like, and even now, like it was at a point where like I own an orthopedic wellness clinic that has rehab and like fitness and all this stuff. Like, can I show you what my job is? And can you put me in the system? And they're like, well, it has to go through this corporate blah, 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 blah. And if they don't really recognize what your profession is, you're not going to get it. And I'm like, that's bullshit.
Yeah. I actually have reached out to Fabletics.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to get in touch with someone there. But
maybe we could tell.
Write it down.
If Fabletics, I'll call Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, everybody, I know Kevin Hart really well. No, I don't. I'm just kidding. Fabletics versus Lulu. All right, so like
for a fat?
No, like so if Lulu's not going to recognize athletic trainers, Fabletics might want to.
Yeah.
And how many athletic trainers are there? 60,000? Boom. Let's do it. There's a running list of discounts on socials for ATs. Pretty sweet. Where's that? Megan, send us over that list.
Yeah.
So maybe we can get a little more. But anyway, what are we doing?
We
FMK
did.
still?
Yeah, we were just doing our top 5, the shorts. Wondering if it was weather related. And then we got into scrubs.
That's a great point, Colleen. Scrubs for indoor sports, but football in the South where it's been 90s with 1,000% humidity for scrubs. Could you imagine the amount of sweat stains?
Oh, it is on ID Me. That's what I figured. Okay. ID Me.
What the heck is ID Me?
ID Me is you put your provider, and then you get
all your NPI and all that stuff.
Somebody was trying to get us. I think it was Dylan was trying to get us to have ID Me recognize athletic trainer. This was a couple years ago, and clearly they probably already are.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else?
You learn something every day.
No, I've got no more shenanigans.
No, do you want to like get on to like a little topic of the week?
Let's do our feature topic.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's ready for some dirtiness?
So let me just I pulled up the X.
Pull up the X.
The Twitter, the tweet, whatever it is. And it was courtesy of Josh Dawsey. J.K. Dawsey said, at Candid_ATC, topic suggestion, make a rehab exercise sound inappropriate. He said TKEs become pop that VMO.
Pop that VMO.
Kevin Joy said RDLs would be called bend and snaps.
Yeah, bend and snap.
And then Nate said glute bridges are now called pelvic thrusts.
Thrust that. So, what do you got?
I got a couple.
And
one.
Live listeners, get on this train.
Yeah,
Let's
if you've
go.
got, because I've only got a couple, so we would like to
dirty exercises.
Yeah. So the first one I thought of,
Uh-huh.
is something I've talked about on the show before. I call it the violator.
Yeah.
It's just a partner assisted happy baby pose.
Okay.
It's a stretch.
All right.
But I always called it the violator. And as soon as I would say that, people would either laugh or give me the most creeped out look ever.
Yeah.
And then I would do the stretch on them, and then I'd be like, in the middle of it, I'd be like,
do you
want to know why I call it the violator? And then they laugh, and I say, don't make eye contact, please. Please, no eye contact during the violator.
Yeah.
No eye contact during happy baby partner assisted.
So, in my everyday life now, I can't tell you how many times I talk about pelvic control. And I can't tell you how many times I talk about pelvic tilt. And I can't tell you how many times.
Oh, that's what I have. Pelvic tilts.
Oh, my God. So.
Freeze twerk. That's what I called it. Freeze twerks.
Freeze. I get it. Yeah.
You're twerking, but you like freeze.
Look at that.
Freeze twerk.
I like it. I'm going to use that one. So. If you are pelvic thrusting maybe in a partner violator stretch, trying to
you're going to end up pregnant.
Procreate. And maybe you're only walking around with a 6-inch goniometer.
Megan wants you to show the twerk.
What does she want?
She wants to see what you got back there.
Well, we only want to see Chad's pelvic twerks.
Only at work.
So posterior pelvic tilts, and I can only speak from a gentleman's point of view, but maybe if you're not walking around with a 12-inch goniometer, and you want to get to some space deeper, a posterior tilt of your pelvis is a very popular way to try to do that. And so I, on occasion, have been known to, with some adults, say, hey, you know what? The moment of deepest, that's what I want you to do. Posterior tilt that thing a little bit.
So that's your cue.
My cue.
Your cue is, hey, I want you to think about this in the sack.
Like, I know you didn't stand in line for that thing, and unless you're walking around with your goniometer that nobody wants, I mean, get it in there deep and nice and deep like.
Nisi said sitting in a saddle. Oh, sitting in a straddle to stretch. The straddle stretch. Open your legs, or Megan called it the leg splitter.
Yeah, open. So another thing I do with a lot of my patients is a pubic symphysis mobilization. Oh, no. Okay?
I think you have to pay for that.
And so this is really valuable. There he goes. All right.
There it is. It probably didn't help that I have black on.
Yeah. So a pubic symphysis mobilization, you can get a PS mob really easily by when somebody's like on a table, they are supine, bend their knees, feet flat, feet together, tell them to abduct their hips. And then they're going to squeeze in between, right? So
do you go elbow to wrist, or how do you do it? You just go.
No, I like go.
You're saying squeezing. Like oh,
so like if I'm perpendicular to my patient,
yeah,
I hold the opposite knee and then I hold the one that's closest to me like this.
Oh, I would always wedge my forearm in between them and have them squeeze.
The only reason I don't like that is because sometimes it needs like a different range.
Sure.
And so I usually can find it. I find that perfect spot. But to get the person in the position, I always say, okay, bend your knees, feet flat, and feet together. And then they're like, okay. And then I put my hands on the outside of their knees and I say, okay, like push out. And then very often they only push one direction. Like they like push all to the left. And I said, no, like Spread them.
Spread them. That's what I was thinking. Spread it.
Like,
that's so good.
Every once in a while, I'm like, God, I really hope they're like, I'm not trying to do something dirty. I'm trying to help you here.
Spread them.
Yeah.
Megan just said sideline hip abduction. Show them the goods.
Yes. Show me the goods.
Yanking it. Oh, God. Yanking it when you have to realign someone's hips and you pull their leg to even it out.
Yep. Yanking on that hip.
The next one I have.
Way to go, Nisi. More people need to do that.
Shoulder cars.
Yeah, okay.
Shoulder cars.
Yep.
Miranda rights.
Oh.
I'm going to read you the Miranda rights.
Yeah.
Not dirty, but
not too dirty, but it's
a Miranda right.
You never know. I mean, if you're cuffing somebody.
Yeah, maybe.
That could be dirty.
How about 4-way ankle exercises? Just call those foot fetishes.
Oh, yeah.
So I want you to up and down, side to side.
We're going to see.
I got a foot fetish.
We're going to see what that foot can do.
Yeah. Another one I had was scapular retraction and down.
Okay.
Just a good old-fashioned scap. Call those wet T-shirt winners.
Oh. Okay. I like it. Get your wet T-shirt.
Wet T-shirt winners.
It's pretty good. That is nice and good.
I want you to work on your scap.
I love it.
Control. And then the other one I just had written down, I didn't even really get anywhere, was foot fetish should be toe yoga. Get those toes exposed. Clamshells. Do we mention those clamshells?
We haven't
just
done
sideline. That's another show them the goodies.
Yeah.
Any sort of clamshell would be really easy to make dirty.
Absolutely. 100%. Get those legs spreading. So what I wrote down earlier, and this has nothing to do with athletic training, but I thought about
it's perfect for this podcast.
Those moments like when you are an athletic trainer and you're trying to describe an exercise or something and you're like, oh my, like I was talking about the PS mode and I'm like, oh God, I wonder if they just thought I was talking dirty to them. But imagine a 16-year-old Kevin and I'm in a speech class, right? Like, you have to stand in front of your class and give a presentation or whatever. Well, one of the presentations was you had to describe an activity.
Yeah.
Right? And you had to step by step walk somebody through an activity. And I chose swinging a golf club because I love golf. And sure, I mean, I can walk somebody through that any day of the week. And I can't tell you how many times I had to say, align the head with the shaft. And I did not realize how dirty that was going to be until I'm standing in front of my class and I kept saying shaft, head. And there's, of course, teenage boys in the class and they're all just laughing. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I just gave a presentation and said head and shaft about 73 times.
It's just good, clean
It was
fun.
awesome.
Good,
luckily, I had a nice laugh out of it too. So it was good.
That's what you have to do.
Oh, you have to. But that's what I wrote down earlier. I was just like, oh my God, I can't. It was instantly brought back to high school. What was dirty and you didn't think it was going to be dirty?
RDLs and deadlifts can also just be bend overs.
Bend over. I mean, there's doggy styles, right?
Well, that's what Megan said.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Kids call their toes dogs.
Oh.
So if you ask to take the socks off, you could call it doggy style.
Expose your dogs.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out?
Oof. Yeah. So that was my list.
I like your list.
We should do that more often.
I think we should.
We'll have to come up with round 2 of Talk Dirty to Me.
I love it.
AT edition.
Talk dirty to me.
Nate said squats, drop it like it's hot.
Let's do some drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like
totally
it's
not
hot.
dirty, but I mean I talk about pooping in the woods all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Getting a little the guy I work with, he calls it bootstraps.
Oh.
Grab your bootstraps and you do a deep squat while you're holding onto your ankles. I call it pooping in the woods, but
is Abe squatting?
He doesn't. No, not really. Not yet. I can't wait for it though.
Yeah,
did it.
It's so much fun to watch little kids squat.
He actually
they do it so good.
One time he did, but it was for a millisecond. And Jackie was like, "Oh my God, you would have been so proud." He squatted down to pick something up. But no, he's not at. He's like he just bends over. He's like
Yeah.
Almost. He'll get there. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, it gets really
it's so
fun.
Cool. So cool.
So,
we went from talking dirty to talking about little kids.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it happens.
Squat.
That's how
they said squat, and
that's how little kids get created. People talking dirty with each other.
You dropped it like it's hot twice now.
I did. You know what? We will do it again. Everybody, you know what? Write them down, everybody. And if you even have some suggestions, you can go over to candidathletictraining.com and you can leave your suggestions right when you open that webpage. Something pops up, and that will email us, letting us know what you want us to talk about. And if that's something dirty, we will talk about it. Just to let you know.
Yeah, we love that.
Leave your suggestions at Candid_ATC, right? And I think that's what I got.
Which character would make a better athletic trainer? We put it on social media. It's pretty close right now, 54 to 46%. Right now, Mr. Potato Head in the lead. Actually, I mistyped that. It said me Potato Head. They'll get the point. And also, if you work in the traditional setting, would you be in favor of wearing scrubs to work? Right now, 68% yes.
Oh, it's
32% said no. No, that's the same.
It
just went down a little bit. It was 75.
Right.
So, I mean, it's only 20 minutes old.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Very interesting. That's what we do here. Have fun, random conversations.
Yep.
Thanks to Healthy Roster, official sponsor of Candid Athletic Training podcast. Also thanks to Smart Tools Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus, a couple of our good friends that can give you some deals and discounts just for listening to us. So thank you so much. Next week, episode 230. I look forward to it. I hope everybody has a good week.
Say bye.